Hopefully we've got everybody happy. So we are going to talk about a movie called Cold Pursuit. It came out in 2019. At least we're getting a little newer in the collection because we've got lots of 2021, 2022 movies in the collection so far, but their names don't put them into the roster to be talked about just yet. We'll get through them all. There's like 900 movies to talk about on my collection, and then anything that we add new, we'll just go right to the top of the collection or top of the roster to talk about. But until we get new ones, it's kind of hard to talk about anything but the ones that are just in my into my collection already. So it is what it is. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. Sometimes the channel does real good. Sometimes it falls flat on its face, but still haven't got enough to make any money off of it so that I could go buy these movies without worrying about paying bills. And I don't know why I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Maybe it's the coffee. Let's see. Let's see if that solves the problem. Otherwise, we'll be talking and hiccuping the whole time. I'm sorry, my throat got cleared. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Cold Pursuit, 2019 action thriller film. It was the screenplay was done. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay, this guy's this what do they call him? Anyway, so it's based in Colorado. Okay, cool. Anyway, the father was his kid went to the city, Colorado, to buy drugs, transport them back up so they could make a little bit of money. But when they got there, they got killed. Son and his friend and everybody got killed by the mobster that thought they were stealing from them. So they weren't. It was the first time doing it. They weren't wise to the ways of the world when it comes to that that world. So Daddy's a snowplow driver that got back to him in his little small town that before he goes up and cleans the roads that are always closed until the snowplow comes through. And they get lots of people, he's going to set out. After that, after the funeral, he sets out to kill the whole mob, crime family that deals in those drugs because they killed his son. So throughout the movie, one by one, he kills the crime family, and it turns out to be a pretty good movie. And he goes to friends to get help. It's great to watch through one time, and you go watch through the second time or third time. It's a boring-ass movie. But the first time through, it keeps your attention going. You got the suspense, the thrillers. You got the suspects. You got to figure out who's next, why they're next, how come. He's working his way up to the big guy. Then they show who the big guy is at the beginning of the movie and his actions and all that. So it's great. And then his wife, our star, I can't remember the name of the guy. The name of the character that runs around killing everybody. The thing that I found interesting is at the end of his trip, plowing up to the higher lands where everybody lives every night and every morning so they can get down. Every night he stops at the waterfalls and takes a body thrown, wrapped in chicken wire fencing, throws it over the waterfall with weights involved in it, and it ends up in the bottom of the waterfall. But I thought this was a pretty good movie, and I don't know if I've done this movie already or not. Kind of lost track of where I was at, so I just went from the last movie and keep on going, and I'll just watch line by line by line by line of movies until I get back into the ones I haven't watched yet, until I can get caught back up. And we'll keep doing this until the end of the month. or till the end of the collection, and then by then, hopefully, I'll have something else to put on this channel. Maybe the hiking videos, or going hiking more, or something else. Maybe we can get actors in here to talk about their newest movies. Still trying to make that work, but I can't get the actors to want to come here and get on a microphone and talk with me. Probably because I don't have a real big studio and I can't set up the couch and the desk and look like one of the nighttime talk shows, or, set up a couple chairs and a couple microphones. That's probably the way I want to do it. Set up a couple chairs in a V, and then put camera over here on one and a camera over here, and, then have it cut back and forth between the cameras while they're talking. Or just put one camera widescreen and put both of us right there on one screen, which would probably be better. Don't have to go all cinematic on it and have them talk about it. They're movies, but it's not working that way. So anyway, towards the end, the one mob involves the other mob of Indians to go kill, to figure out who this guy is killing, because they start killing the Indians because they suspect the Indian mob versus the Russian mob. The Russian mob starts suspecting the Indian mob that's in the area. So they start killing the Indians and hang them on signposts and signs, and turns out to be a pretty good, interesting movie with twists and turns, and they make a pretty good show out of this. But like I said, it's only one time. And our main character runs through and continues doing the killing the mob and all that. Towards the end, he kidnaps the mobster's son once he finds out who's the boss is, and makes him come up to his little town and onto his territory. And the kid's hidden at his station where he keeps all of his heavy equipment, plows and front-end loaders and stuff, whatever it takes to move the snow out of the way and clean trees off the roads. So they have a big old fight there, and our guy wins because he uses his machinery, drops a tree in the boss's car right down the center, and just kind of leaves it there so the car's not going anywhere because it's got a tree coming out the center of it because it was pushed down through it. Then the kid takes off in a front-end loader and drives away because he doesn't want to be part of the fighting and stuff like that. Because before that, he had him in the front-end loader, showing him how to operate it. So the kid takes off with a front-end loader. The murderer's, the criminal's son, I want to say murderer. The murderer was the snowplow driver. Then at the end, the Indian chief and him get into a snowplow during the fight, and they talk all the way up. Because the Indian chief was going to kill our guy, and they talk all the way up to the top, go through the snowplow thing, drop off the body at the creek, and that's where the video ends. And he goes back to work. I imagine he goes back to work and does all kinds of things. So this turned out to be a good action flick, thriller. I liked it, but like I say, it's only good for one watch through. After that, you're really not going to get too much out of it, but I like to show it to my friends that never seen it and watch their faces. So that turns out to be a pretty good deal for me. Then we're going to go ahead and talk about another movie later. It's another one. It's kind of interesting how that works. Anyway, bye now.